Portuguese, you can go to Mozambique, Angola, Brazil, Sao Tome, East Timor, and Cabo Verde Islands, and you can go to Portugal with that. So you can learn those three languages, Portuguese, Spanish, and English, and get by. It'll make your digital nomad journey either very limited or very inconvenient if you don't know the language in these places, or if you don't pick the right place that is for you, because you don't want to learn another language because you're being lazy. Now, if you guys are interested in becoming a digital nomad and you are looking for remote income, you're looking for how to pick the right place, if you're looking for what culture is right for you, because hey, I speak English. Ghana, that culture over there was not for me. The way how people did things there, it wasn't for me. So I have enough experience to tell you guys, based off of who you are and what your expectations are, where should you go, what continent, what country, what city. Okay, which place is right for you, or what type of women do you like to date? Are you interested in dating abroad? I can give you advice on that. I can coach you one-on-one on that. And I've already had, so far, 3 people sign up in the past week to be part of my membership program. Remember, this is a high-ticket item, okay? Unless if you're interested in building remote income, this is not for you if you only have $100 to spend. This is going to be a product that's in the thousands, okay? So this is for people that have money already to spend, but they just need some extra advice on going abroad. Now, if you guys are interested in joining a community of like-minded people that are doing the same thing that I am doing, and you don't have thousands of dollars to spend, you can sign up for my membership program, a subscription community, and you will get a list of videos from me that would give you some advice on things you should do, some things that I've learned that's not on YouTube. And you will be part of the community, and you will get a weekly Q&A call. But if you get the one-on-one coaching, it's going to cost more, but you get to talk to me on a daily basis directly. So if you're interested in either one of those, the subscription service and the one-on-one coaching will be down in the booking link below. You will book a call and speak with someone from my team, and it will be a $20 fee for the consultation, because I don't have time for people that are not serious. I only deal with serious, high interest inquiries only. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's talk about finances, right? The biggest benefit to being a digital nomad is the cost of living. You save a lot of money by moving to a place like Kenya, Thailand, Brazil, especially Colombia, Argentina for sure. A lot of these places you go to, you can literally live off of 2,000. You can survive, meaning that you won't be hungry, you won't be thirsty, you won't be missing anything that's a necessity, and $2,000 will pretty much cover it in most of these places we go to. Now, if you want to thrive and be smoking cigars and eating out 3 times a day, and catching Ubers and going on dates, I would say you need no less than $2,500, but I would even say $3,500 to $4,000. $3,500 to $4,000, which is very doable. Very doable. So that's one benefit, but if it depends on how frequent you're traveling. So for example, whenever I moved to Nairobi, Kenya, I got a 3-month lease. That entire lease probably cost me, I paid $1,500 down payment for the first and the last month, and then I had 1 month in between that to pay. So I probably spent maybe $2,100 in total on that lease, right? So about $2,100 around that, or more or less, that I spent on that lease. And me staying there said, okay, $2,100 pays for everything. If I would have went through Airbnb, I would have spent $2,100 for the month, every single month. So that's not a good idea. 3-month lease, $2,100. And then I spent way more than this, but I could have spent $1,500 to $2,000. I could have pretty much lived in Kenya for 3 months and had a great life for less than $6,000, $7,000. You could do that. So you can save on finances, but it takes planning. Okay, if you're doing what I'm doing, I'm spending a lot of money being a place for less than a month, and then depending on where I'm at, and then jumping to the next place. Flights are more expensive when you buy them, a week before, days before. A flight from here to Kenya a month in advance was only $600 one way. If I wait until a week before, being a impulsive digital nomad, which I do quite often, like, oh, okay, I'm done, I'm ready to leave. If you have that mindset, that $600 turns into $1,800 for a one-way ticket. So you have to plan, you have to pick the right place, and of course, you need a good amount of income. Like I said, $4,000, you should be able to live a very good life in most countries around the world, except places like Spain. Yeah, you're not. That was more expensive than being in Dallas when I was in Madrid, and Madrid is not even as expensive as Barcelona, from what I've heard. Now you can doing this. Let's say you were making 10, 15 grand a month, and you somehow managed to do that through remote income. You're still making money online, remotely. Now, if you have the discipline to not spend all that excess money you got laying around. So let's say you're making 10 grand a month and you're living in Buenos Aires, where you can literally live for like $1,100 a month and be doing very well for $1,100 a month. You now can literally save 90% of your income. So you can get further ahead in life. Like if you could keep that discipline, which would be very hard, for 12 months straight, and you could save 9 grand per month, which I don't expect anybody to do this. So let's lower it down to 8. Okay? That's $96,000 you could save in 1 year, making $10,000 a month. Which anywhere in the United States, that would be impossible. Like you would have to be living with your parents rent free, and even gas in the car and groceries you wouldn't be able to save that much, right? Now you can get ahead. If, in my opinion, if you guys are looking to save money and you guys are looking to pay everything off your credit or do a lot of investing, or if you want to grow your business at a faster rate, move out of the fucking United States. It's too expensive there. It's too expensive. You can save and invest a lot more and pay off debt way faster. Like when I was living in Dallas, it cost me $5,000 per month, and I was making around 10 grand per month. So I was spending half of my income just to run the business and live. Okay? Now, if I would have been making that same amount per se, and I moved to Argentina, I could save 8 or 9 grand, even 7 grand is still great per month, or I could invest or do something with it. So when you move abroad, you still want to have that American maximize, be all you can be, maximize your income. That way you can get far ahead in your finances. And that's one of the hugest benefits besides dating to being abroad. Taxes. If your profit is less than about $118,000 or $120,000 per year, profit, taxes are pretty much non-existent for you. Like as an expat, if you are living in a certain country, or if you are out of the United States for a certain majority of the year, I believe it's like 330 days throughout the year. If you're out of the United States for that amount of time, up to 118, or is it 100? It's something around $120,000 in profit, not gross income. Meaning that after you do all your write-offs, did you profit $120,000 or more? If you did, then you owe tax just the same way you would in the United States. If your profit was only 50 grand that year, which is a lot to profit, right? Meaning that you kept 50, you should have 50 grand to show in the bank account per se at the end of the year. They won't even tax you on that. So a lot of people that don't know anything about taxes come to my thing and say, "Oh, you gotta remember Uncle Sam." Listen, dude, even when I was in the United States, like the whole Uncle Sam, like people really need to learn. First of all, people need to shut up if they don't actually know what they're talking about. Because there's so many ways to not pay taxes. In this, if you want to hide a secret from somebody, put it in a book. Go read the books. Read the books on how to learn how to not pay tax. Like, it's not illegal. Now, of course, you won't always be able to keep it at zero, but people think just because, like, oh, also you work for YouTube, YouTube takes 30%, the government takes 30% of your check. No, the fuck they don't. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about family, because most people have family and they have not. Some people go back and forth in between the United States because they love their family. They can't leave their family. They love them. Well, guess what? For me, that's not an issue because I have video chat and I have WhatsApp. You know, I can video chat my. Now, if it was 1981 or if it was 1950, no, let's just say it was sometime way back where the only way to communicate was through writing a letter to somebody, then yes, I would have to go back to the United States probably at least once a year to see my family. But I don't. I don't. Because I can video chat them. It feels like they're right there. It feels like they're right there. Even matter of fact, when I went back to go see my family back this April, it had been about 18 months I had been gone. I wasn't like, whoa, my God, because I had been video chatting them that whole time. So there was nothing new I was seeing. Like I saw y'all yesterday on video chat before I got on the plane. You know, so now if I was just writing letters or just talking on the phone, just hearing their voice, then maybe, oh, look how big my brother is grown. Like, I've been seeing him on Instagram. Like, I know what he looks like. So I guess, I don't know, for me, it's not an issue. I can talk to my family daily. My family keeps up with me through my YouTube videos and Instagram. But if you have a hard time leaving your family behind to live your best life, don't do this because you will be back in no time. Now, that leads me into my next point, which is the skill of detachment. Guys, if you have a hard time, men and women, if you have a hard time going, like if you're the type of person that goes through a breakup and you almost want to blow your brains out, yeah, being a digital nomad would not be for you because you have a problem detaching. You get too emotionally attached. Like literally, I don't have everything. This suitcase I'm looking at is probably about this long, and my entire life is in that suitcase. I have nothing. I don't have anything, and that's fine with me. I'm not emotionally attached to anything. It's hard for me. I can get emotionally invested in people, but the minute somebody's like, "Oh, I don't like you anymore," you know, "Oh, I don't really want to hang out with you more," bye, fuck off. I don't give a damn. And I was like that before I was a digital nomad. That's why I said mentally, I'm built for it. If you don't have that mentality, you cannot. Now you can go move to another country, yes, but if you do not have that mentality of just being able to say bye and let go and let God, this nomad lifestyle is not for you. So make sure you take that into account as well. Let's talk about one thing that people like the most with Austin Holloman, which is haters. I have a lot of haters. Most of my haters are, first of all, they don't even physically look as good as me. That's one reason they hate.